Doyle, he's got good size and some speed for the position. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Red Wings. Clevenger in the pocket, throws it downfield. Just out of the reach of Diomede. Got to have that one if you're Clevenger.
That was a great look for Benet right there, streaking down the center. And keep in mind, Hillcrest only rushes 3 or 4 guys. There's 3 guys on the line, and they had a linebacker blitz there. So with as many men in the secondary as there are, Benet is still finding a way to get behind them, and they almost had a chance at a home run right there.
First report by Ryan Haywood. 0-0 score. Ryan, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so coaching staff, they are very much involved down there with the sideline. They're trying to tell their guys, stay high energy. That was the biggest thing he said that I had overheard to his guys, and his guys reciprocated, staying high energy, of course, on the sideline, cheering on for Clevenger.
Here's a chance for Doyle, and he scores. We'll get back to you in a second, Ryan. Touchdown, Doyle. Touchdown, Red Wings. What a way to start. Ryan Haywood, I guess, Bennett's lucky charm.
Yeah, Red Wing fans, listen in. You're going to want to hear more Ryan Haywood reports. Looking back at this play on replay, though, I mean, who else but to get it than the man who diced up this defense all of in last season's game, Luke Doyle. Once again, just sticking with their #1 target. Nice little swing pass. The blocking in front of him was perfect. Bennett's on the board, Kyle.
All right, Ryan, we'll go back to you right now. So a touchdown for Benet. Right before that touchdown was scored, what was the Hillcrest coaching staff saying? So a holding call nullified that touchdown for Luke Doyle. 3rd and 26, ball on the 43. You don't have to get all the 26 yards here, but you got to get at least 10 or more to help out your kicker. Clevenger in the pocket. He'll step up into it. Now rolls over to the right. Throwing over the middle, completed. In high school, you're automatically down once you make the catch. It was completed to Erickson. Decision time for Pat New. Either you go for the field goal or you go for it.
Well, I have good news for Red Wings fans. I mean, that was one heck of a play by their new quarterback in Ben Clevenger. Almost threw across his body there. It looked dangerous at first. Found his man in the middle of the field.
They are indeed going to kick the field goal. Ball spot on the 24, so it's a 41-yard attempt. 6:27 on the game clock. It's going to be attempted by Collins. That kick. And it is straight through the uprights. Kick is good, and a big kick for the Red Wings to try to get things going for this Benet offense.
Yeah, number 99, Michael Conway, might have a future in this whole kicking thing. Typically, all you want out of your high school kicker is just to be able to maybe get some 30, 35-yarders. That went through with ease. That might have been good from 50, Kyle.
We're going to take a break. 3-0 lead for the Red Wings here on SBS.
So I'm sure the DC on Bennett's sideline smiling right now.
See what they want to do. Bradley's going to roll outside the pocket. As a high pass intercepted. Here come the Red Wings. Inside the 25. And the interception. It was caught by Dominic Tamala, the 5'9" defensive back.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier on Bennett's drive, but standing in there when you're facing that pressure is much easier said than done. Bradley may be a little trigger happy when he saw the rushing linebacker in his face. Go ahead and gives Benet their first takeaway of the game. Now Bennett's going to be threatening to go up 2 scores early.
See where they spot this. It looked like he was going to get inside the 25. Decent pursuit from the Hawks. And now the Bennett's really got to make Hillcrest pay. You can't settle for 3. You got to put it in the end zone for 6. It'll be Conway to attempt the 3, as it'll be a 33-yard attempt. Ball placed at the 16. The holder near the 23-yard line. Good snap. The hold is there. The kick from Conway. Straight through the uprights. 6-0 lead for the Benet Academy Red Wings. We'll take a break. You're watching the Red Wings against the Hawks here on SBS. You know what's interesting, partner? I also saw 16 deep for the Hawks. He's listed as a quarterback on the Hawks depth chart. So they are just mixing and matching today with players. This time Bradley, high pass. This could go the distance. Past the 50, past the 40. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Hawks. Maurice Garrett, 80 yards to the house.
Did not look like Benet had any safety help up there. The ability of Hillcrest to just get right behind that defensive secondary with ease. Yeah, no safety help as we watch the replay here. And Hillcrest's first touchdown last year came on a long home run play, similar to what we just saw. And right now, I said Hillcrest did not need to go down and score, but with the extra point here with a chance to put them up, I'm sure they'll take the chance.
Right now, I do not see the kicker on the field for Hillcrest. Remember, we saw the offensive linemen start the game at place kicker duties. Right now, they're going for 2. Bradley in shotgun formation. He'll roll to the right. The pressure comes. He'll run with it himself. Breaks off a tackle. 2-point conversion for the Hawks. It was read well by Benet, but just not good open field tackling by the Red Wings.
I think those last 2 plays just shows you the type of athletes Hillcrest has on this roster. I mean, that route there to give them the touchdown of, I believe, 80-plus yards was just a simple go route. Get by your defender and let the quarterback make a play, give you the ball, and you do the rest. This time, Bradley in his own hands, couple nifty jukes, and all of a sudden, Kyle, Hillcrest has got a lead in this one.
So we'll stick with the action. It's 8-6 in favor of Hillcrest. And right now, we see another offensive lineman. They're going to do it again. Here we go, Eddie Aweme. This time, it's a nice kick. As near the 15-yard line. And here we go. One man to beat. Could Diamede take it to the house inside the 10? Touchdown, Red Wings! We got ourselves a ball game tonight, Andy.
Looks like we're watching a tennis match with these big-time plays back and forth. How about the story of the night, though? Luca Diamede wasn't considered the #1 target for Benet, but clearly he's got some wheels on him himself, and he's quite the returner as well. Ran through that hole provided to him by Bennett's blocking, and the Red Wings rolling right now.
How about that? In the last 3 plays, an 80-yard touchdown pass, a 2-point conversion where the quarterback jukes out 2 linebackers, and then an 85-yard kick return. You can't write these things in a script. 13-8 Benet after Diamede took it to the house. This time, handoff, breaks off a tackle. This one could go to the house. Past the 50, are you kidding me? No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Hillcrest. Are you kidding me, Andy? Jamari Thomas to the house.
This may come back. I think I see some yellow laundry on the field.
So it was Thomas that broke off the tackle. Actually, it was Jacob Johnson. I thought it was 7 Thomas. It was Jacob Johnson who took it to the house. Another guy listed as an athlete on Max Preps. But this might be coming back.
Referee has indicated it's an illegal block in the back, but then a personal foul on Benet. So those penalties going to offset, and I think we're going to run that play back.
See, that's kind of a bad break for Hillcrest, because if it's a block in the back just on Hillcrest, you get some yardage back, and then it's a first down, and then you respot the ball. But if it's offset, you just got to replay the play. Anyways, here we go. 4th and short. Clock will now run now with 1:14 to go. And a late push by this Benet defense, and Hillcrest might be short. No decision yet by the officiating crew. They haven't signaled yet. Benet football! That was a nice late push by the Benet defense, as it looked like Bradley was going to get the first down and then some.
A lot of times it's a thankless task being one of those interior defensive linemen. You're not quite making the sacks and the crazy plays in the backfield like a Myles Garrett or a TJ Watt. But it's those interior defensive linemen that head coach Pat New trusted to get them to stop there. And pretty emphatic stop to give themselves great field position. They're going to line up, it looks like, at the 27.
I still think it was the right call, and you agree with me. The way they were running the football, breaking off tackles. Remember, it's not a spot foul like the NFL, and it was half the distance of the goal. So 3rd and 10 for the Red Wings. They can get a first. Over the middle, bad decision. Intercepted by Hillcrest. It was intercepted by Simmons. Bad decision, partner, because if he throws that ball away, they still are able to kick the 3 points.
Yeah, Clevenger, in his first game as starter, experiencing a little bit of early game woes, and this was expected, I'm sure, for Benet, of course. It's hard to replace Ryan Kubacki, their quarterback from last year, who either tied or set 5 different passing records in the program's history.
4th and 2 in motion for Benet. One would think it's a running play here. Now Doyle in motion. Handoff to Salvino, and that's going nowhere fast. Don't know if I love that play call, the way they've struggled with running the football tonight.
We saw the jet sweep go to Doyle multiple times tonight, and I think that faked to him in the jet sweep after he motioned to the middle, tried to set that up. But unfortunately, motion and misdirection can't account for just that defensive front of Hillcrest just having their way with the Benet offensive line.
Would you have liked to do a shovel pass there? If I'm Benet, I'm probably bringing everybody to block it, but they do have one guy somewhat deep. Bradley still on the field. Bad snap, still in his own end zone, able to get out of it. Missed the punt, ball loose. Benet has it near the 10. Going from bad to worse right now for the Hawks.
Well, Kyle, you called it, and sending pressure is exactly what Benet did there to try and force a mistake like that. And what a gaffe for Hillcrest. Unfortunate that their defense has to go out and try to defend. Bennett's been unable to punch it in with their offense, but right now they have 9 yards separating them from the end zone.
The pressure, too, was important because it forced the punter to go to his left, which is important because he's a right-footed kicker.
What does it say about Bowers and how good he is that the coaching staff is comfortable leaving him on an island on the far side of the field? Great defense there.
Or cheating defense. Clevenger over the middle. Might have been some hand grabbing. No flag yet. Doyle was the intended target. And the yardage really isn't the thing, partner. It's about the automatic first down that Benet wants.
Yeah, I know we disagreed about the penalty in the last play. I think this one unequivocally should be a penalty against, that's number 4, Jaden Lucas of Hillcrest right there. I think he got in on the shoulder pad there right when the ball was supposed to be getting into the arms of Luke Doyle for the touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was pass interference, but it looked like holding at the very least.
Benet fans certainly disagreeing, but hard to say in full time. Either way, Bennett's got a chance. 3rd and goal here.
Clevenger with time, another fade route. Almost caught it. What a attempt by Doyle. 4th and goal. You're at the 9. If you're Pat New, do you kick it here?
I think at this point, you have to take the points. You've come away unsuccessful on a couple drives that really should have been able to punch it into the end zone. And they are going to send their kicker out there, the sure-footed Michael Conway.
This will be a chip shot for Conway. 26-yard attempt. The hold is there. Here comes the kick. Off the uprights. No good. So how about that? The easiest kick of the night, and he missed. And the furthest one from the field goal post went straight through the uprights.
I guess I'll take the credit for the announcer's jinx there. I called Conway sure-footed, and he has looked tremendous tonight, both on kickoffs and when he's gotten to go in there to try and give his team 3 points. But what a break for the Hillcrest Hawks. That turnover on special teams.
4th and 9 right now. And should be a pooch punt for Hillcrest. They're going to pass it complete for now, but he's well short. And I am shocked by that play call from Hillcrest.
Kyle, I'm right there with you. We talked about creative play calling coming out in the second half to try and bolster your offensive output. We didn't say that we recommended reckless play calling. That seems a bit too throwing caution to the wind right there from the Hillcrest offense.
Like, if it was a fake punt pass, I would have been more okay with it because you're trying to catch the special teams unit of Benet off guard, but just a straight going for it on 4th. Well, that's good news for Benet. Your linebacker and Heiberger is questionable to return, not doubtful. So your starting linebacker, one of the most important positions on the defensive unit. Clevenger this time, he's going to get out of it, surprisingly, and Clevenger's going to take off past the first down, breaks off a tackle. Man, oh man, looking like Lamar Jackson on that play.
That is what I've been waiting for from Ben Clevenger. He's 6'1". He has a long, lanky frame that he uses to generate some speed upfield. And as great as Ryan Kubacki was last year at quarterback for Benet, he didn't have the size and those long strides that Clevenger has. He's using his athletic frame well, and he finally gets a first down quite easily for the Red Wings.
Well, it looked like that going forward on fourth down was going to work for Hillcrest, and then a huge gain on the quarterback sneak from Clevenger. 3rd and goal at a very long 7. This time, Clevenger rolling outside the pocket. Stiff arm and can't get out of it. Huge sack for the Hawks, and maybe a mistake by Clevenger for not throwing that ball away.
Yeah, the design rollout only works if you have a quick throw or a quarterback that can set the edge. It's not that Clevenger isn't quick, but it looks like that middle linebacker for Hillcrest that got in there, I think his job right there was just monitor. Actually, I take that back.
Yes.
That's our good friend Max Carmichael making one of the bigger plays of the night for the Hillcrest defense.
As we watch it on replay, Carmichael just got instant penetration, and actually it was a little bit of a hold, but he didn't continue holding the jersey, so it was a sack. Anyways, Conway will attempt what we think is another chip shot. Snap is there, the hold, the kick, straight through the uprights. He is 3 of 4 tonight and arguably Bennett's MVP.
He is the leading scorer, Michael Conway, the kicker. He's, of course, had a rough chip shot miss over here. But the fact remains, Benet is winning this game because of Michael Conway's right foot.
We'll take a break. 16-8 Benet here on SBS. Good news for the Hawks. They're still only a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up.
Yeah, it's a matter of actually putting themselves in a position to do so. The only touchdown they've had was just a broken defense from Benet letting them do that. Maybe they'll run a kickback, but Conway's putting them deep, not letting them have a chance to do so.
This time, this kick near the 5-yard line. And this will indeed get past the 20. Here we go. Off to the races. Right now, Vaughns has it. As Vaughns gets out of bounds past the 40-yard line. Special teams for both teams. The ups and downs for Hillcrest tonight on special teams.
Yeah, I mean, special teams certainly are a special thing to have on a team for sure. I mean, like I said before, they're only out there at most 10-15% of the game, but it's the 10-15% proportion that can make or break the entire game. So Hillcrest probably with one of their better starting field positions of the night right here, Kyle.
Remember, the kicking game for Hillcrest has been suspect, so they're thinking 6 points. If I'm Bradley, I'm getting outside the pocket and see if I can take one all the way for a touchdown. This time, and he breaks off a tackle. Here comes Thomas to the other way. Thomas past the 40. Thomas past the 30. Could he take it all the way for a touchdown? Brought down at the 20. We're going to watch it on replay if there was a block in the back, but no flag yet. Unfortunately,
Kyle, there is a flag there at midfield. It's going to be an illegal blindside block on Hillcrest's number 52.
Yeah, it's such an we watch it on replay here. It's just such an unnecessary block. And actually, it's the guy that kicked it earlier in the game, and Edon Weme. At the same time, did he get him on the side instead of from the back?
Yeah, it certainly looked like that Hillcrest rusher, that was Jamari Thomas, had the edge, and that didn't need to be made. But more important matters, it looks like we still have a player down on the field.
Yeah, players on both teams down. A lot of injuries tonight, unfortunately. You hate to see it. Derek Streeter, the injured Hawk. Good news for Benet. We haven't seen a lot from Bradley in this Hillcrest offense. But the more you allow Hillcrest to stay in this game, the more dangerous they become. This is a very good punt, by the way. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Rolling to the 1. If you're Hillcrest, should you have attempted to return that kick, or was it just too hard to return as it was going towards the sideline?
I'll be honest with you, I think it was difficult enough, and that was because Michael Conway is having himself a night as both kicker and punter of the Red Wings. Dare I say he's the MVP tonight, Kyle?
Here we go. 3rd and 9 on their own 1. Not a lot in the playbook you can call here unless it's something crazy.
I mean, one of the crazier things that I've seen, I've seen the New York Giants run a quarterback sneak 2 or 3 times when it was 3rd and 9, but Yeah, honestly, not much you could really say here, Kyle. You have to try and give yourself some breathing room if you're Hillcrest, but offensively in both halves, unable to even give themselves some sort of break.
That's danger, danger territory. Did he get out of the end zone? Safety! Bradley goes up the middle with the run. Nothing doing. Safety Benet up by 10.
Benet made the right call there. They trusted their secondary, which has been tough at times. You know, they only rushed 4. They had linebackers waiting in the middle of the field because they knew Bradley had the potential to take off. And as soon as they saw him step up in that pocket, they fired in there. Benet now finally pushes their lead to 2 possessions. And everybody's favorite scoring play in football, the safety.
Long way to go. Field position has been a problem for Hillcrest tonight. Ball at their own 17. 83 yards to go. Bradley with time, this time tight window. Did he catch the ball? He ended up with it, but did it hit the turf? Original signal is incomplete. Intended target was Garrett.
There's a Benet player down on that far side. Nearly a tremendous catch there from Garrett, but let's make sure that Benet defensive back is A-okay.
That might have been a catch, partner. We're going to watch it on 50% speed.
Oh, my goodness. Kyle, I think he caught that ball with one hand, bobbled it, and reeled it in before he went out of bounds. Referees disagreed, but oh, my goodness. What an effort. It's an unfortunate decision. Your hands are kind of tied. You feel like you have to go, but, I mean, 4th and 15 when your offense is probably averaging a couple yards of play, it's daunting even if you're in this dire situation.
Terrible snap. Oh, boy. Now, was he tackled before the act of kicking? Because I bring that up, Andy. If he's tackled in the act of kicking, it's roughing the kicker. If he's tackled before he kicks it, he's a quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. What a hit delivered to Bradley, acting as the punter there. But more importantly, and keep in mind, he's been quarterbacking all night for this Hillcrest team. He laid down on the turf a little bit. I'd imagine he is got some more than some minor injuries and cuts and bruises. He's really been through the grind tonight, Kyle.
That's a couple of calls against Hillcrest that should have been called. In my opinion, that was roughing the kicker. What do you think?
I do think he's getting ready to go ahead and drop the ball down and kick it. And, I mean, he got lit up regardless. Again, as a ball carrier, that's a perfectly legal hit. But it looked like he was getting that ball ready to kick. Don't see a lot of protest from Hillcrest. Maybe they saw it differently.
What are you going to do, right? Clevenger in the pocket. Not a good pass. After all that, Hillcrest gets the ball back. Problem is they're at their own 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 38. Partner, you got to score, what, in a minute or less, preferably?
To have any shot at this one, I mean, if they want to call the play that gets them the 62-yard touchdown they need right here, I would recommend it. Easier said than done, as we've seen all night, though.
Time to start considering the hook and ladder.
Pitchy, pitchy, woo-woo.
Not time for that yet. They go to a quarterback change, by the way. That's picked off. And nice tackle on the play. They go to the quarterback change. It was Micah Robinson in at quarterback. And maybe that's why he was the backup.
Unfortunate for Robinson. I mean, he came in and he uncorked one over the middle of the field, but Robinson's first pass of the night directly into the arms of the Benet safety there. That is number 34. That's Donovan Wells.
Couldn't put it on a tee better than that.